I became an RA because I always wanted to be an RA since I was like a senior in high school because I thought it would be a really cool learning experience and I want to be a teacher, so I thought that being an RA would be like a really good step with being a teacher and a really great learning experience, and I just love to help people, so yeah.
Because college is very complex and there's a lot of things that you need to be told but also taught, and there's a lot of that isn't really ingrained into the system. RAs are here to kind of bridge that gap between the university and the students in a lot of different ways. But most importantly, I became an RA because I think I can help people bridge those gaps, and I think that I can be someone that educates and provides for the people that are on my floor, but also in the building. I have said to my residents a lot that I'm there for them and I'm there to help them. I'll help them install Microsoft Office, figure out classes, do all little things that you don't really know how to do until you do them yourself or someone shows you how to go through the ropes. But I'm also here for the rest of campus. I'll stop people in the quad and see if how they're doing, if they're not finding their classes properly, if they're doing anything. I take it as a role because I want to help everybody. It's not just my floor, it's not just my 26 residents, it's everybody on campus. I feel like I can help.
I became an RA because the RAs beforehand, when I was a freshman, they made such a lasting impact on me and showed what it's like to actually help someone, and I really wanted to be able to achieve that the way that they did.
We do a lot of things, so our goal is basically to just make sure the residents are comfortable, that we keep everyone safe, and yeah, so that's like the main role, but we have to do different things such as like be on call. Right now I'm in office hours. If a resident needs help, like they need to get in their room because they're locked out, we let them in their room. We just deal with some issues going around the building, contact the people that need to be contacted, just making sure like the community is positive here and that everyone's staying safe basically.
What I do as an RA is a lot, honestly. It's a job, it's a full-time job. I shouldn't say full-time job because I'm a student too, but I take it seriously and it's something that I have duties with. I prioritize it. It's second to academics, or I guess I should say third academics, then my own personal health will be on top. But I forgot the question.
I became an RA because I thought my skills would be good for the job, and I thought it'd also be a good resume builder.
As an RA, we perform many things for students like lockouts, handling fire drills, helping out with work orders or things that aren't working to their expectations, and getting their opinions and feedback as well.
We basically are around to help any concerns residents might have. We can help answer questions. We're there to assist them in anything they need, and we just make their lives here a little bit easier.
I think that my RA helps run things smoothly, like on the floor, make sure that everybody's safe and doing their thing, and making sure everyone's happy and like everything's going well in their classes. Kind of like somebody to check up on you.
Not honestly really sure. I have her in a couple classes. She seems like she's really buckled down on her schoolwork most of the time, honestly. Like that's about the most I can say. I'm not really sure.
Just oversees like what goes on the floor, make sure everyone's happy and comfortable.
She goes over like safety protocols, and she makes sure that everyone has what they need, and if there's any problems with the room, I'm pretty sure you talk to your RA, right?
Haven't really seen her too much. I've seen her maybe twice in classes and coming out of her maybe once, but other than that, not often.
I don't know him too well, but he seems nice. I've only met him the first introduction.
I like them. They're really nice. They're really informative. Yeah, I like them. I haven't had any problems with them.
I think finding the time in your schedule to like do your job to the best of its ability is a challenge. I also think depending on like the kids on your floor, they could definitely give you a hard time with quiet hours and not having stuff in your room that you're not supposed to have and all that stuff.
I think one that kind of sticks out would be trying to get people out of their rooms at like floor events and stuff like that, getting to know their residents, because I'm sure it's weird every year when you get new residents, you don't really know them, especially if they don't have good people skills. It's probably really difficult for them, but I'm sure there's also alcohol and stuff like that they find, just miscellaneous problems like loud rooms, things that would bother other people. I think they have to deal with a lot of those issues with residents. A lot of people, maybe if they're new, they don't really understand that you can't have these things or you can't be loud, but those are just a couple of things I can think of.
Just having to get different types of people to like all be happy, like you have to accommodate a bunch of different needs.
Challenges. They probably have challenges with being on call and stuff. It could affect their work schedule. Just balancing school and work probably is the biggest challenge.
Challenges, well, it is very busy, so it can be difficult with like schoolwork and just balancing everything. So like time management's really important. That's a big challenge. There's different issues that go on with, residents, mental health, personal lives, just anything, and we're kind of the people that they come to talk to about those issues. So that can be challenging, but we're trained really well so that we feel really prepared when those situations do arise. And also just like roommate issues, that can be sometimes challenging. So yeah.
Handling heavy topics or heavy situations that aren't always the most comfortable, or I may need help from another RA, but the great thing is that we're never alone and we can always ask for help.
Challenges I've personally faced while being an RA, the first one that comes to mind is setting boundaries with residents, because some of them latch on to you like a puppy, some of them you never really see, and some of them kind of expect you to be their best friend. And ultimately, I'm there to be there for them, but my role is not just to be an RA. I have other things in my life. We're all complex human beings, and we're all multifaceted. I have my own social life, I have my own classes, I have things that I need to get done and prioritize. That doesn't mean that if I come back to my room with a friend of mine and my residents are asking for help, I'm going to ignore them. But when it comes down to dedicating most of my time to my residents, it's not going to be most of my time because I already have a preset life. And that's hard to set boundaries and have people understand that I'm more than happy to be friends with my residents, but in terms of having a friendship, in terms of mutually investing in each other, that's not really going to happen because I have my own life.
Sadly, I haven't experienced many challenges because I'm relatively new. But so far, my biggest challenges would be just making sure I can do all the responsibilities of an RA. Like, we have to just talk with like residents and follow a specific format, and we have to plan these programs. And since I've never done it, I'm a little bit nervous for my first time.
I haven't yet, and partially because I haven't had any issues yet, because on my floor it's really quiet, which I'm not used to. Last year my floor was very lively, but this year it's very quiet, so not yet, but I'm sure if there's a problem I could. She seems nice. I've only talked to her like twice, but she seems nice and helpful, but not yet.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, I really needed help though, to be honest. I've only gone to it once, and it's because I locked myself out in my room. So.
I talk to my RA all the time. He makes it really easy to talk to him too, even if it's just like a quick conversation. He's a friendly face around when you talk to him, which is definitely nice being so new. I would definitely go to my RA for help.
Least favorite? That's hard because I like the job. My least favorite's probably getting like, I haven't really had to get anyone in trouble, but like no one wants to get anyone in trouble. But sometimes like, you have to follow the rules, so if there's people like breaking the rules, I think just like getting people in trouble,
My least favorite part of being an RA would be the business aspect, or deciding whether or not I should intervene in a situation that I may not be comfortable with.
That's kind of hard to answer because I try to look at life through a positive lens, and any of my friends will tell me that I'll find something to complain about once or twice, but being an RA is a really good thing for me and for a lot of my staff. The least favorite thing would probably just be having to be disciplinary and having to kind of turn that switch on and say, no, these are the policy guidelines, this is what you've signed up for, this is what college is like, and you're breaking those rules. And that's hard to do because most, if not everything that is a part of SUNY Potsdam's constitution and all of those things are 100% preventable to go against.
My least favorite part has to be weekend on calls because they're just very long.
Okay, so my favorite part is getting to know people. This is my first year being an RA, but I love getting to know all of the residents. I love just I'm in the first year building too, so I get to meet all the first year students, which is really awesome. So I don't really know anyone coming into this, and it's cool, like being very positive and just helping them transition into this like new lifestyle of college.
My favorite thing about being part of this RA job is being able to make those lasting relationships with those residents and having their support and being supportive of them as well in their journey and their career for education.
My favorite part about being an RA is when people come to me, because ultimately you go to people that you care about or that you see are qualified to help you with whatever situation it is. And for someone to come into college and not really know what's going on, and for them to say, hey, I can go to Jason, or hey, I can go to an RA, is very, very gratifying to me. It makes me feel like I've done my job right. And that's probably my most favorite thing about it, is because I get to bond with these people that come in as freshmen and don't really know that many people.
My favorite part about being an RA is being able to help people. I really do enjoy like when someone asks me to help them and I'm able to do something and I help them.
Would I become an RA? I'd probably have to give it a lot of thought, but I'd probably give it some thought actually. But I don't know if I would go through with being one per se. I'm not really sure.
Maybe. I think it would be hard to balance all they do with like school and stuff, but probably.
Maybe. I'm pretty, don't they, I think that they start over the summer, so I won't be able to start over the summer giving like tours and stuff, so probably not.
I am not sure if I would be an RA. I feel like to do it to the best of your ability would take a lot of time. And at least right now, I don't see a lot of time in my schedule, but I definitely don't think it's a bad thing.